everyone. Oh, we're not used to that yet.
Hello, everyone tayo, Paolo. Sinira mo yung opening natin.
Ay, umano. Hello, everyone. Kasi nabasa ko yung nasa prompter lang eh. Alright, so let's do that again. Sa camera 4 ulit. Camera 4 ulit tayo.
Go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, everyone!
What a start. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Welcome to the show. Let's get you up to speed with some news that you can use right now.
Hi there, beautiful people. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Let's make today awesome with good vibes, the best company, and stories and conversations that matter. Tingnan mo na! Sira na yung concentration ko.
We're off to a great start. Great start. Pero alam mo, it's gonna be a day of firsts here.
Day of first? Okay.
Day of first. Kasi ito ang pinakaunang araw in my 10-year career na makaka-zoom natin or video call or anything like that. Aso.
I know.
A talking dog.
A talking dog. And hindi siya
dog.
AI, hindi siya robot.
Oo,
It's a real dog that
at
talks.
hindi rin siya parrot. Aso po. We're talking to a dog.
Hindi ko ka. Hindi ganun.
Eagle naman yun. Ano ba? That was good eagling, ha?
But, okay. But yeah, later on, we're gonna be talking to a talking dog. And that's amazing. I want to hear the dog talk, like live. Kasi I know we're gonna show videos of the dog.
Yeah.
But I want to actually hear it, like on cam. Talk.
Now, how this will work, sa totoo lang, hindi ko talaga alam. But,
alam mo kung ano ituro natin sa kanya?
Ano?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hindi pwede good morning, everyone. Dapat hello, everyone nga eh. Tama ka dyan. But apart from that, of course, our Coach V is going to be coming back. And obviously, when Coach V is here, natatakot yung grupo natin. Kasi baka natatamaan daw sila eh.
Especially with today's topic, we got a spicy one. We're talking about cheating.
Ay.
Cheating.
Ay. Oy. Okay.
Hi, Alan.
Well, I did not ask for that. We did not ask for that, pero ano,
Hindi
Alan.
namin siya pinut on the spot. That was not our decision
We
here.
did not ask to put Alan on the spot there. But it's gonna be a fun show. It's gonna be a packed show. We are already off to a fantastic start. Medyo mabagal ata tayo. Tingnan natin kung mabagal yung traffic ngayon.
Let's go check out the situation in major roads at this hour. Here is what is happening along EDSA Quezon Avenue flyover. On the left side of your screens, you are seeing the vehicles going to Quiapo. Moderate traffic already building up on that area. On the opposite lane, the right side are vehicles headed to Quezon Memorial Circle. Light to moderate traffic on that stretch. Now this time, let's take a look at EDSA White Plains. On the left side of your screens are vehicles going to Shaw Boulevard. So if you're heading southbound, you might be slowing things down a bit as we're seeing light to moderate traffic already building up. On the opposite lane, right side vehicles going to Cubao, no problem yet as of this hour. Now heads up to motorists. The expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's a Tuesday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 3 and 4 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The MMDA allays doubts on its implementation of the No Contact Apprehension Policy, or NCAP. This comes after senators, including Senate President Cheese Escudero, urged urban mobility regulators to ensure the policy is fair and well enforced. In an interview on Bilyonaryo News Channel's Agenda, MMDA Chairman Don Artes says they have measures in place to make sure the apprehensions are done properly.
Meron din po tayong mechanism, sinasabi po ng ating mga senador na kailangan i-ensure na malilinaw po ang kuha ng CCTV cameras natin at pwede po naming ipadala through email yung footage po ng pagkakahuli para po masiguro ng ating mga kababayan na tama yung panghuhuli po natin. At kung despite na nakita nila yung CCTV footage ay hindi po sila satisfied, pwede po nilang i-contest yan. Hindi po nila kailangan pumunta sa ating opisina. Pwede lang po through our website, may i-fill up silang form at sasabihin lamang po nila kung bakit tingin nila mali yung pagkakahuli.
The MMDA also says there are traffic plans in place to ease expected gridlock on EDSA once infrastructure works go full swing in June.
Kami po ay naglatag ng mga plano. Ayan po ay talagang dineliberate namin. Kasama po ang DOTR, DPWH. Unang-una na po dyan yung system to make sure na minimal po yung effect po at least yung traffic na idudulot. Pangalawa po, yung DOTR naglatag din po ng mitigating measures. Magdadagdag po sila ng bus sa carousel, around 100, at magdadagdag din po sila ng capacity ng mga tren para po may alternatibo yung ating mga kababayan. Lalong-lalo na po yung maapektuhan noong pinopropose nga po namin na odd-even scheme.
Now, what's the weather going to be like this Tuesday? Our weather guy, Paolo, has today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Paolo.
Good morning, Anne. Thank you so much. The Intertropical Convergence Zone, or the ITCZ, remains active all over the country, currently impacting Palawan, western and the western areas like Mindanao as well. Now, at the same time, a frontal system is affecting extreme northern Luzon, while the easterlies are affecting the rest of the country. Now, let's go on over and check out what the ITCZ is doing. It is still active. Expect cloudy skies with scattered rain, showers, and thunderstorms today over in Palawan, the Western Visayas, and the Zamboanga Peninsula. Now, residents are advised to stay alert as some of these rains may be heavy, potentially triggering flash floods or landslides. Now, in other areas of Mindanao, the ITCZ will bring partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. Now, the frontal system affecting northern Luzon will also bring cloudy skies to moderate to occasionally heavy rains and thunderstorms to Batanes and the Babuyan Islands. Now, over in Metro Manila and the rest of the country as well, the easterlies will continue to bring partly cloudy to generally cloudy conditions. Hot and humid weather is expected to persist throughout the day with possible isolated rain showers or thunderstorms in the afternoon or in the evening. Now, the easterly winds continue to intensify the oppressive heat across the country, pushing the heat index levels to extremely dangerous levels. Now, let us check the most recent heat index forecast coming from Pag-asa. Now, Dagupan City still recorded the highest heat index in the country, soaring to a scorching hot 45 degrees Celsius. Now, temperatures in the following locations are forecasted to rise to 44 degrees Celsius. This include Aparin, Cagayan, San Ildefonso, Bulacan, and Sangli Point in Cavite. Several other areas are also expected to experience a heat index of 43 degrees Celsius. Laoag, Ilocos Norte, Tuguegarao City, Muñoz, Nueva Ecija, Clark, Pampanga, and Baler, Aurora. Also anticipated to reach 43 degrees Celsius are Camiling and Tarlac, Infanta, Quezon, Dae, Camarines Norte, Masbate City, Iloilo City, and Guian, Eastern Samar. Following locations are expected to have a slightly cooler heat index of 42 degrees Celsius. This include Pasay City, Bacnotan, La Union, Baler, Aurora, Iba, Zambales, Subic Bay, Olongapo, and Alabad, Quezon. Also forecast to hit 42 degrees Celsius today are Legazpi, Albay, Rojas City, Mambusaw, Capiz, Dumangas, Iloilo, La Granja in Negros Occidental, Catarman in northern Samar, Butuan in Agusan del Norte. Now, the intensifying heat continues to pose serious health risks such as heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Always keep hydrated and take the necessary measures to stay safe. Now, for the sea conditions, here's a quick look. Pag-asa says there are still no gale warnings in effect, so seas are calm with light winds and small waves. Fisherfolk and seafarers, please check the weather updates before heading out to ensure your safety, no matter what. That's it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you so much, Pao, for that weather update. President Bongbong Marcos is calling for unity among ASEAN leaders during its summit in Malaysia. PBBM says geopolitical tensions should not hinder trade relations in the Southeast Asian region. The president also reiterated the need for a code of conduct in the South China Sea to ensure maritime order and protect rights in the disputed waters. Mr. Marcos adds he is supporting the move of ASEAN leaders to avoid retaliatory measures amid new U.S. tariff policies.
We also call for deeper regional cooperation to address these emerging and transboundary challenges. Let us therefore continue engaging our partners not merely to expand networks, but to uphold and project the values that define ASEAN: peace, inclusivity, and shared progress.
The Department of the Interior and Local Government, along with the Philippine National Police, launched a police visibility program. That's amid what the DILG called a disconnect between crime statistics and public perception. This refers to the disparity between authorities' data and how the public feels about their safety. DILG Secretary John Vic Remulla says the department plans to roll out a centralized 911 system along with strengthening Criminal Information Center, a new criterion for police performance, and other technology.
Pwede siya live streaming pag tumawag ka. Pwede mo picturean kung ano nangyayari. May on standby na doctors at paramedics para instruct kung anong gagawin. Meron rin siyang lahat ng police assets natin ay may push-to-call na radio at lahat may body-worn cameras, lahat ng BFP on response. So it's a nationwide integrated response system. Kung nakikita niyo kasi dito, police lang ang nagre-respond. Pero wala yung fire, wala yung paramedics. Ito, integrated na ang public safety system ng buong Pilipinas, ang response system.
The police has also increased its visibility in Taguig after several robbery cases were reported in the Bonifacio Global City or BGC. This comes after several Korean nationals were reportedly robbed in the business district. Charges have also been filed against the suspects who allegedly stole 2 luxury bags worth over 200,000 pesos from a Korean national.
Identified na po itong mga suspects natin and nakapag-file na rin po ng charges. Nagkaroon din po ng follow-up. So nag-backtracking and forward tracking na din po para sa possible na mga nadaanan nitong suspects natin. Nang sa ganun, since ongoing naman po yung investigation pa din, malocate po agad at ma-arrest po itong suspects po natin.
Former President Rodrigo Duterte remains popular among Filipinos even while detained, receiving a 63% trust rating in the May 69 Pulse Asia survey. His daughter, Vice President Sara Duterte, received a 50% trust rating, while President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. got only 32%. The Dutertes remain trusted by 97% of Filipinos in Mindanao, with the remaining 3% said that they trust President Marcos.
OFW Party List Representative Marisa Magsino files a petition to the Supreme Court against COMELEC to halt the proclamation of party list winners. The party list alleges that COMELEC committed grave abuse in its jurisdiction of only allocating 63 seats in the House of Representatives when it should be 64, as well as challenging the formula which was used to allocate those seats. Magsino stresses that with the current allocation, overseas Filipino workers will lose genuine representation in Congress.
Ang atin pong ipinaglalaban dito ay tunay po sana. Huwag po nating ihalal ang isang nagkukunwari na siya po ay kinatawan. Pero tutuusin po, wala naman po talaga silang kinakatawan na sektor. Ang sama ng loob ng mga OFWs natin at mga marino at kanilang pamilya, tayo pa, ma'am, ang nawala ng boses sa Kongreso.
COMELEC has responded that it has only followed the Supreme Court's ruling in the allocation of seats and that it welcomes all developments that could enrich the country's party list system.
President Bongbong Marcos has chosen a new chief of the Philippine National Police. The president's choice has not yet been named, but the DILG Secretary John Vic Remulla says the successor of current Chief Romel Marbil is very qualified with a good track record. Marbil was set to retire on February 7, but was extended so he could focus on the midterm elections. His extended term will end in June.
Julian Estrada took to social media to clarify the incident that occurred in Boracay over the weekend involving him and his cousin Jello. In a Facebook post, Estrada shared a photo of himself with bruises on his left eye, emphasizing that the incident was not a fight but an unprovoked attack. To recall, they were assaulted by 3 men after exiting a club in Boracay around 2 a.m. on Saturday. In an interview on the Bilyonaryo News Channel's Agenda, his father, Senate President pro tempore Jinggoy Estrada, said they will pursue charges against the suspects who admitted they were drunk during the incident.
Inamin nila, lasing sila, kinursunadahan yung dalawang bata.
Itutuloy niyo po yung kaso, Senator?
Yes, galit na galit yung dalawang bata dahil wala namang sila ginagawa. Bigla nilang silang sinaktan na wala naman kadahilan, walang karason-rason. Tsaka siyempre, bilang isang magulang, of course, I do not want to see them suffering
Okay.
from this senseless act.
In world news, U.S. President Donald Trump said he is considering taking $3 billion of grant money away from Harvard University. In his post on Truth Social, Trump referred to the Ivy League school as, quote, very anti-Semitic, and said that he plans to give its grant money to trade schools across the U.S. instead. This comes less than a week after his administration blocked Harvard from enrolling foreign students. King Charles met Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney and Canadian Governor Mary Simon in Ottawa. Following an invitation from Carney, Charles will open a parliament for the first time since late Queen Elizabeth did so 68 years ago. Trump has repeatedly expressed a desire to annex Canada. Charles, on the other hand, has made subtle signals that he backs Canada. However, the king faces a tricky balance between U.S. and Canada, as British Prime Minister Keir Starmer is working to keep Trump on side over Ukraine and trade ties. Charles's trip to former British colony Canada is his first since becoming king in September 2022.
In sports, a golden start for Krisha May Taharos of Eastern Visayas in this year's Palarong Pambansa. Taharos was triumphant after commanding victory in the secondary girls 3,000-meter final on Monday in Lawag, Ilocos Norte. The 13-year-old from Leyte controlled action from start to finish and turned her silver finish from last year's edition to a golden redemption run. In the NBA playoffs, the New York Knicks crammed their way to victory to stay alive in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Knicks erased a 20-point deficit to beat the Indiana Pacers at their own home court, 106-100. Karl Anthony Towns bucked a slow start and made instant impact in the end game, finishing with 24 points. The Pacers still lead the series 2-1. Game 4 is on Wednesday, still in Indiana. Updates now from the French Open. Defending champs Iga Swiatek and Carlos Alcaraz are off to the next round in the Roland Garros. The Spanish champion made short work of Italian qualifier Giulio Pieri in straight sets. Up next for Alcaraz is Hungary's Fabian Marozsan. Over in the women's side, Swiatek likewise cruised past Slovakia's Rebeka Shramkova. In straight sets, the Polish superstar will now face Britain's Emma Raducanu.
Now in entertainment, Demi Lovato had a weekend wedding in California to Canadian musician Jordan Lutz. The American singer and actress, best known for her roles in films such as Camp Rock and Princess Protection Program, went public with her relationship to Jordan Lutz back in 2022. The couple met when Lutz was brought on to help Demi record songs for her album Holy F. And in December of 2023, Lutz promised the former Disney star her own happy ever after in a personal and intimate proposal.
Up ahead, we know the story behind the internet sensation Theo the Talking Dog. And we'll speak to him after a break. Don't go away. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, our guest this morning is a social media superstar. With 519,000 followers on Facebook and 1.2 million on TikTok, he's best known for being talented, talkative, pogi, and a good boy. You know why? Watch this.
Pakita na natin yung bagong talent ni Theo. Lights, camera, action! Theo magkra-cry with feelings. Cry. Okay na yan. With feelings pa. Yung madarama nila. With feelings. Cry, camera, action. Theo. Cry. Galing. Galing din.
Ang galing. Sorry, sobrang na-engross talaga ako doon. Now, joining us via Zoom is Theo, the multi-talented talking dog, and his fur dad, Romeo Theo Carinosa. It's a beautiful day, Theo and Romeo. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a beautiful day. Sabi mo hello. Hello.
Hello, Theo. Hello sa Romeo. Grabe. First of all, congratulations sa following niyo sa TikTok at sa Facebook kasi grabe talaga. I want to know, paano to nagsimula? 4-year-old Aspen si Theo, paano mo na-discover yung talent niya?
Si Theo, ano pa lang, na-discover ko yan, nakakaiba siya. 4 months pa lang, nakita ko na madaldal siya. Yung ginawa ko sa kanya, parang kinausap ko lang ng kinausap, hanggang tumagal, hanggang every tanong ko sa kanya, lagi-lagi may feedback siya sa akin. Kaya dun na yung banding namin na pag-uusap, na para talaga kaming nag-uusap.
Romeo, kanina nakikita namin yung trick niya na nagda-drama siya. What a drama king. Itong si Theo. What other tricks can Theo do? Pwede bang pasample?
Sample. Okay, you want sample? Ha? Drama. You want drama? Lights, camera, action. Dapat pampamas award. Okay? Okay. Theo, marunong din si Theo mag-sing. O gusto mo mag-sing. Okay? Kung ikaw ay masaya, umaw-aw ka. Kung ikaw ay masaya, umaw-aw ka. Kung ikaw ay masaya, mundo ko ay sisigla. Kung ikaw ay masaya, umaw-aw ka. Very good. Sit down. Lights, camera, action. Cry.
Oh my goodness, that's so adorable! Romeo, pag pinapractice niyo itong mga routines na ito, meron bang times na nagdidiva-divahan itong si Theo and ayaw niyang sumunod? Meron ba siyang parang mga mood swings, kumbaga?
Wala naman, pero pag nakita talaga niya na may hawak akong treats, lalo na yung favorite niyang chicken, yun. Always focus na yan sa akin.
Wow!
Grabe. Romeo, can you tell us a bit more about yung friendship mo with Theo? Kasi syempre, kami ni Anne dito, we're very close to all of our pets at home, yung mga dogs namin. Not as talented, to be quite honest, pero can you tell us a bit more about yung relationship nyo with Theo?
Si Theo, talaga, yung ko sa kanya, bilang tinuturing ko siyang isang anak ko. Parang isang tao, trinitreat ko siya, parang tao, parang baby, yan. Kaya si Theo, parang yung banding namin, parang nandun na yung parang bilang isang tatay at saka anak.
Paano binago ni Theo ang life mo, Sir Romeo?
Napakalaki. Kasi ako mahihain talaga ako eh. Mahihain akong person. Nung simula ng isang nag-viral, yun. Doon na parang na-switch. Yung pagiging mahihain to, wala nang Tapos, hindi lang sa akin, kundi yung sa financial din. malaking tulong din sa amin, yung sa financial, yung pag-vlog namin, yung sa mga TV commercial, yung mga acting ni Theo, malaki at malaki talaga yung nabago.
Oh, talagang pang-famas na talaga si si
Award
Theo.
winning.
Pero pag-gout Urian din ata eh. But Romeo, yung si Theo, minsan ba nakakalimutan niya na tumahol na lang? Parang masyadong talking dog ata si Theo eh. Tumatahol pa ba si Theo?
Tumatahol naman si Theo pero minsan nakakalimutan niya. Sabi ko, Theo, bark. Yung bark na, aw, aw, aw. Hindi na yung bark na intense talaga.
Oo.
Ngayon hindi na eh. Parang, aw, 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 aw. Parang tao na pagsalita.
So,
You know
ibig
how to
sabihin, Sir Romeo, pag kunwari may tao dyan sa bahay nyo, imbes na tumahol siya, bigla siya mag-wail na gano'n, yung drama, scene.
Meron instance na yung sa parcel, imbis na tumahol siya, iba na yung wow, 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 wow. Wow. Imbis na, iwan ko kung may inis ako na matatawa na, anong aso to? Kalimutan.
Alam mo, Sir Romeo, minsan yung mga Aspen, siguro may konting stigma o stereotype na normally hindi sila yung mga preferred companions po natin. Pero with Theo in your life, umaba ba yung opinion mo tungkol sa mga Aspen?
Kami talaga bilang pamilya, mahilig na kami mag-alaga ng aso. Sa amin kasi wala sa amin yung breed, wala sa amin yung
Right.
wala sa amin yung mga may lahi. Basta yung sa amin, lahat pagtingin namin pantay-pantay. Katulad ni Theo, parang pinatunayan talaga ni Theo nga kahit Aspin, kaya makipagsabayan sa ibang may mga breed, sa tricks, kaya ng mga Aspin.
Romeo, sabi mo nga, yung mga Aspen matatalino talaga, no? And minsan naiisip natin kasi pag they're just from the streets, they're not as smart as, those highly intelligent breeds. Yung mga minsan ginagamit pa ng mga police force, di ba? Kasi di ba, you can train these to do like really professional tricks. But have you ever thought of maybe partnering with mga animal welfare groups to promote adoption of Aspens?
O na gumagawa din kami ng video na parang i-promote yung sa mga adoption, saka every month din tumutulong kami magbigay ng mga dogs of life. Yung ibang kita namin sa vlog, nagbibigay din kami ng mga dogs of life sa mga rescued shelter doon sa mga every month. Nag-iikot-ikot kami para magbigay ng dog supply sa mga shelter.
Romeo, due to yung demand ng mga
insistent
viewers,
public demand.
ng mga viewers namin, gusto pa raw nila makakita ng tricks ni Theo. Theo, can you show us some of your tricks, please? Nakaintindi ba siya ng English command?
Medyo.
Nako, hindi susunod kay Moto.
Oo.
You want to
Okay.
sing?
Sing.
Sing ikaw. Mag-sing ikaw. Galingan mo ha. Dapat high pitch ikaw, okay? Galingan mo yung boses mo. Okay? Hey, game. Magsising kami. Yan, with guitar.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Sing. Sing.
Naglambing na si Theo.
Naglambing na. Up. Come on. Up. Sing. I see
Grabe.
beside me, slowly a dream, wishing that you
Ang galing. May palaban na tayo.
Meron. Oh my goodness. Pwede nang sumali sa ano to, The Voice or yung Got Talent, Pilipinas Got Talent. Tapos si, ano, di ba?
Sasabihin ko, sana may palaban na tayo kay Lilo and Stitch eh. May Theo at Romeo na tayo eh.
But yeah, Romeo, I have a question. Pag kunwari nagpe-prepare kayo ng content, di ba? So, piniprepare niyo yung routine. Meron bang times na hindi siya sumusunod, na-surprise ka sa reaction niya off-cam na hindi mo napopost pa sa sa social media? Some surprising reactions ni Theo.
Yung sa minsan sa pag-vlog namin, yung niya, yung pagtitilt ng, nasosurprise ako niyan, yung pagtitilt ng tenga niya.
Pagtitilt ng tenga. Okay.
Lalo na pag tinutokso ko siya na wala siyang ganito, wala siyang ganyan, yung sa pagkalalaki. Kaya yung parang nagtitilt yung niya, bakit ako yung ni Papa? Parang ganun.
Parang naiintindihan ni Theo no?
Oo.
When you talk to him that way,
Pero
it feels
alam
like
mo,
he understands.
sobrang curious ako, Sir Romeo. Si Theo ba, nagulat ka ba na may iba siyang kausap or ikaw lang talaga yung kinakausap niya?
Yung sa mama niya. Akala ko kasi na ako lang susunod siya sa akin, makikipag-usap siya sa akin. Nung umalis ako, tapos sila na lang dalawa ng mama niya. Tapos binidyo ng mama niya na nag-uusap sila. Na sumasagot talaga siya na parang malungkot siya na parang asan si Papa, ganito, ganyan. Tinatanong ng asawa ko na, where's Papa? You miss Papa? Nasagot naman siya na malungkot.
Grabe. Ang galing. Alam mo, guys, we wish we had more time to talk to you at sana makapag-concert tayo dito ulit. Sana next time live po tayo. Hanap tayo ng banda para kumpleto talaga. Oo. Pero thank you so much for joining us, Theo and Romeo Carinosa. Maraming salamat po and we'll definitely follow you in your social
Bye,
media.
Theo!
Thank you, sabi. Thank you.
Oh my God, so cute.
Thank you. Lakasan mo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. That was so
Galing.
cute.
Thank you so much. Maraming salamat.
And we've got more stories for you guys after the break. Don't go away. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. An odd-even traffic scheme is set to be enforced on EDSA during the EDSA rebuild. Officials say it will help ease the expected heavy traffic, but some motorists are not exactly thrilled, calling it just one more hassle on the road. The details from our mobility correspondent, G. Baroga.
After a series of delays, the long-awaited EDSA rebuild project is finally rolling out. According to the DOTR, DPWH, and MMDA, it's time for a major facelift, not just for drivers but also for pedestrians and everyone else who uses the BC Highway. To help manage the expected traffic buildup, a 24/7 odd-even traffic scheme will be implemented along EDSA starting June 16. Here's how it works. Plates ending in odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 have no EDSA access on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, while those ending in even numbers 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8 are off the road on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. On Sundays, everyone can drive free because there are no restrictions. This is on top of the current number coding rule, and yes, electric vehicles and TNVS cars are exempted.
Ito po ay ginagawa natin dahil expected po na with this scheme ay magkakaroon po ng 40% reduction ng vehicle sa EDSA. Again, yung sa mga roads, aside from EDSA, kung ano po yung number coding scheme sa ngayon, yun pa rin po yung mag-govern.
BNC Mobility hit the road to ask drivers what they think, and the reactions are pretty divided. Some are not fans of the new scheme.
For us to have own a car, it's more parang like inconvenient to us kasi it's limited to our time or our day to use our car. We buy it because we want it to be our service daily.
Wala din, ganun din naman ang ano yan, traffic yan, di rin naman.
So walang effect, sir?
Walang effect yan. Walang effect sa kanila. Walang effect sa amin yan. Ganun ang gagawin na sa EDSA.
Hindi naman dapat yun eh. Kasi normally, nagbabayad ng tax yung buong Pilipino, yung mga Pilipino, no? Dapat ever since inayos na yan para hindi sana maapektuhan lahat ng mga motorista. For me lang, ha?
But not everyone's against it. Some believe a little sacrifice now could mean smoother roads later.
Palagay ko kailangan naman gawin talaga ang rehabilitate talaga ang EDSA. It's about time. So if that will entail a little sacrifice, okay lang.
Okay naman yan kasi alam ko pinag-aral din ng AMD yan eh. Kunting sakripisyo lang naman sa atin para tayo din naman ang dyan, may kinabang.
According to DPWH Secretary Manny Bonoan, the actual digging and rebuilding won't begin just yet. On June 13, crews will mobilize equipment and assess the parts for construction. The real work starts a week or two later, focusing first on the Pasay to Guadalupe stretch, including the southbound lane of the EDSA carousel. During the 2026 ASEAN Summit meeting, the DPWH will shift work to different EDSA sections.
There are sections na sa tingin namin hindi naman makaka-apekto ng gano'n ng traffic during the ASEAN meeting. So siguro dito sa may banda ng Balintawak to Caloocan, pwede rin namin kumpunihin yung mga ibang sections dyan eventually.
Repairs will begin on the innermost lane, currently home to the busway. That lane will be pushed one lane outward during repairs but will stay exclusive to buses. Once finished, the busway moves back and the next lane gets its turn until the outermost lane is covered. Transport Secretary Vince Dizon says select Skyway Stage 3 sections will be toll-free to help ease the load on EDSA. Expect this to kick in by July or August once construction is in full swing. They're also boosting mass transport options by adding 100 more buses to the EDSA carousel and additional trains at the MRT3.
Pinapabilis natin yung pila. No? So sa mga darating na linggo, ikokompleto na natin yung pagtanggal ng mga x-ray para bumilis ang pila sa ating mga MRT stations. Ngayon kasi sinusubukan pa lang natin ito sa 2 istasyon.
To help traffic flow even more smoothly, other changes in the pipeline include window hours only for provincial buses and trucks, and a dedicated motorcycle lane as riders will be banned from flyovers and underpasses. The MMDA will also release a full list of alternate routes on their social media pages, so keep an eye out. The EDSA rebuild project is expected to be completed by 2027. So motorists, plan and prepare for your trips ahead and bring a lot of patience on the road. For BNC Mobility, G. Baroga.
From the urban jungle that is EDSA, let's shift gears and head to an adventure in Camarines Sur. This week, Marie Lozano Gikoski takes us to a hidden gem that is waiting to be explored. Here's a sneak peek of the Lifestyle Lab's latest episode.
We hit the road, literally. Welcome to Siruma, where the only way forward is full throttle. It took almost 2 hours of bouncing through muddy, slippery roads. It felt more like an obstacle course than a trail. My arms were sore, my shoes unrecognizable. My spirit totally fired up.
Ang ganda, no? Actually, we're not even there yet. Deldagon Peak is right over to my left side. We just stopped by because I just wanted to enjoy the views from this point.
just when I thought the adventure couldn't get any better, boom, Daldagon Peak. In my opinion, it's breathtaking. It's remote and worth the mud bath. Siruma is something else. The landscape unfolds the gentle rolling hills. It looks like you were plucked straight out of New Zealand, minus the hobbits, of course, but definitely with a wide cinematic magic. Siruma is a coastal municipality in the northeast of Kamsur. It's a scenic 2-hour drive from Naga Airport, which you can cut by a stopover to try kinalas, or the famous Naga dish that's comparable to Japanese ramen. It was delicious. Siruma is a small town that is raw and still untouched. It gives you a feeling that you're the only one there, and we were actually the only ones there.
Catch a Lifestyle Lab with Marie Lozano, Wednesdays, 8:30 p.m. right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. Ano, lipad na tayo?
I know. Can we go now, right? Bye, Paolo.
Oo, like, grabe sa Ruma. Like, I love the views. Kanina we were just talking about it. Sabi niya parang New Zealand without the hobbits. And it's just a reminder na ang laki talaga ng Pilipinas. There's so many places to go to that are untouched, that are undiscovered. And kanina it reminded me a bit of Batanes, just looking at it. But then, as we saw more of it, I'm like, hindi, unique to. It's unique to itself.
It's amazing. I didn't think we had places like this. Really, when we were showing it on screen, I really thought like, it looks like New Zealand. Diba? Amazing. Ang ganda.
Oo, sa Pilipinas, the only place you can find sabi niya, wala mga hobbits na sa Boracay yung Hobbit House, di ba? Ito, iba to sa Siruma.
Nilipat yung Hobbit sa Boracay.
Oo, may Hobbit House kasi doon, di ba? Sikat yung Hobbit House doon. Pero dito, wala. It's just a Middle Earth without the Hobbits.
But it is absolutely, I am so jealous of Marie. She goes to all these places and eats at all these restaurants. My goodness, sama naman tayo minsan. Look at that, Paolo. Diyan tayo mag-broadcast, right? Like straight from Kamsur. Sama si Direk Carrie. Doon na siya magdidirect sa...
yan na lang yung green screen ko, yung green ng ano.
That's perfect.
And of course, again, congratulations to Marie for the show, and cannot wait to see more. You can catch that here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. So we've got more stories for you, plus our horoscope of the day with Master Hans Kua after the break. Don't go away. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Let's take a look at the global weather. Chilean officials announced the deployment of security forces and humanitarian aid to Puerto Varas, a city in southern Chile, after a tornado caused extensive damage over the weekend. The residents described the tornado to local media as a fast and powerful windstorm that shattered windows, ripped off doors, and tore away roofs. The streets were strewn with debris, including tree branches and tin roofing, some of which were left hanging from power lines. Chile's National Service of Disaster Prevention and Response reported that the tornado, which hit Puerto Varas on Sunday, left 13 people injured and damaged a total of 250 homes. Municipal authorities also stated that 13,000 homes lost electricity and 400 were without running water in the aftermath of the storm. A relentless heat wave continued to sweep through the southern Punjab, Pakistan, with temperatures soaring to 48 degrees Celsius in Bahawalpur, according to the Pakistan Meteorological Department. Their Weather Bureau warned that temperatures would remain 5 to 7 degrees Celsius above average throughout the week. Authorities urged the public to limit outdoor activities and maintain hydration. Local residents expressed frustration as the intense heat was compounded by frequent power outages. Millions across the country face daily electricity shortages, including planned load shedding to reduce power consumption. The United Arab Emirates experienced a staggering rise in temperatures, shattering its previous May records for the second consecutive day, climbing to an unbearable 51.6 degrees Celsius. Residents of Dubai sought refuge from the sweltering heat on Sunday, congregating beneath the sparse shade of trees and gathering close to misting fans, their only respite from the relentless sun. Situated in one of the hottest regions on Earth, the UAE, one of the world's leading oil exporters, face increasing threats from climate change. This has resulted in more frequent and severe heat waves, leaving residents grappling with the intense and oppressive heat. Now, heavy rainfall overnight on Sunday caused severe flooding in New Delhi, leading to traffic disruptions and submerging vehicles on multiple roads. Residents expressed frustration over the city's inadequate drainage system, calling for greater emphasis on cleanliness and infrastructure maintenance. India, home to 1.4 billion people, depends heavily on rainfall to support its agriculture-reliant population. However, poor urban drainage often turns heavy showers into flooding hazards, worsening urban challenges. And that is it for Weather HQ for today, and back to you.
Thank you, Pao. We got more world news this morning. Liverpool's Premier League celebrations were brought to an abrupt end when a car sped into the parade, hitting a number of people. Current reports say that 27 people have been taken to the hospital, 4 of them children, with 1 child and 1 adult in serious condition. Police have arrested a 53-year-old British man who they believe to be the driver of the vehicle, and so far do not believe the incident to be terrorism-related. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer is being kept updated on the situation, saying the videos from the scene are appalling. Now, moving on to the lighter side of things, is today going to be your lucky day or not? Let's go find out from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! It's a beautiful day with me, Master Hans Kua. At ito po ang horoscope for today, Tuesday, May 27. Para sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat. Kung may family problema, this is the time para ayusin na yan. Navy at 7. Sa Year of the Ox naman tayo, mag-jogging o kaya morning walk para fit ang katawan natin. Lion at 1. Sa Year of the Tiger naman, personal development is the key para good performance sa trabaho. Orange at 6. Sa mga Year of the Rabbit naman, magplano ng negosyo na suwak ngayong summer. White at 5. Kay Year of the Dragon, huwag abusuhin ang katawan. Take it slow. Mame at 9. Kay Year of the Snake naman tayo, huwag matakot humingi ng tulong kung kinakailangan sa trabaho. Purple at 4. Ito naman! Kay Year of the Horsey, gumamit ng sunscreen laban sa sobrang init. Brown at 2. Sa Year of the Ship naman, matutong mag-adapt sa change sa trabaho. Indigo at 3. Sa Year of the Monkey, mag-invest sa mga bagay na magbibigay ng long-term na kita. Tangerine at 8. Kay Year of the Rooster naman tayo, ang Garnet Stone para bracelet para sa success sa business. Mustard at 7. Sa Year of the Dog, easy lang sa trabaho. Magpahinga kung kinakailangan. Red at 1. At sa Year of the Pig naman, magpalakas at mag-exercise. Pink at 6. Ako po, si Master Hans Kua. Paalala lang, ito po'y patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day. Dito lang po sa It's a Beautiful Day!
so much, Master Hans Kua. And my horoscope is I need to adapt to changes. At work yata, hindi ako masyado
Hindi ko delayed yung horoscope ko eh. Sabi niya, use sunscreen.
Did you use sunscreen?
I did. Could you imagine if I didn't?
Oo nga, you'd have all these
Could you
patches
imagine
on
if I
your
did
skin.
it? Oo, kasi I saw
Yeah.
use a sunscreen. Shout out to Beachhut. Use a sunscreen, and then I was very well supplied with it, by the way. But at the end of the day, you can't stop turning tanner, more crispy golden brown yan yung term ko,
Oo
diba? So,
nga.
parang fried chicken.
Fried chicken,
Oo.
yes. Or yung balat ng lechon.
Oh, well, iba yun eh.
Shining, shimmering,
Yeah,
splendid.
yung mga, you're too shiny.
Oo, shiny.
Kailangan crispy golden brown for me.
Crispy golden, okay.
Crispy golden
But I
brown.
think that's the purpose. I mean, you go to the beach to get a tan.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Like, it's funny
Kasi
kasi...
hindi ko maintindihan yung mga naglo-long sleeves and nag-umbrella.
Kasi gusto na I guess they don't want to lose yung kulay nila. Yung
guess.
my
Weird,
baby sister has such a hard time getting tan.
Oh, yeah.
So super hard time getting tan. So she would spend literally 2 hours na nakabilad lang. And then just trying to find that color. Kaya at the end of her trip, after 3 days, may tan line na siya. Nag-celebrate siya. Pero nung bumalik siyang Manila, after 2 days, nawala na.
Nawala.
Oo.
Yeah.
So it's a bit
May ganun,
difficult.
no? Like hindi agad nagtatan. And sometimes it's not brown. Sometimes they turn like a strange orange.
Oo. At alam mo kung saan to nanggaling? Kasi yung kulay ko sa kay Master Hans, brown.
Brown.
And then yung advice niya sa akin,
mag-sunscreen.
Dapat last week pa yan, Master Hans. Sorry. But then, of course, always fun having Master Hands on and yung energy na dinadala niya.
We always look forward to Master Hans and his horoscope. Now, up next, guys, a viral cheating issue makes rounds on social media as TikTok influencer Meiko Montefalco bears it open in a tell-all account online. Later, we'll talk about cheating inside a marriage and how VAW-C works. That conversation after the break on today's Love Hacks. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Hi there and welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. On today's Love Hacks, we will dissect an alleged cheating issue that had the online world rocked. The Meiko Montefalco and Patrick Bernardino story. Take it away, Coach V.
Love hacks, we got you. No need to be sad.
Good morning, loves. It's a beautiful day. Coach V here, your go-to love solution provider, bringing you a brand new way to level up your love life. Welcome to Love Hacks. Nako, today we are dissecting a headline-hitting heartbreak that recently exploded on social media. The Meiko Montefalco cheating scandal. This isn't just a TikTok drama, it's a reflection of many real-life relationships. Let's get into it. Here's the short backstory for those who missed it. Meiko, a vlogger and content creator, publicly revealed that her husband, Patrick, allegedly cheated on her again after already being forgiven. In her words, "Pinatawad ko po, pero niloko ulit ako." The video went viral, but beneath the views is a deeper pain shared by millions. Why do cheaters do it again and again, and why will they likely never change? Let's talk about it. Let's break it down, Lavza. Why are cheaters often chronic liars? Yun yung mas masakit. According to Dr. Robert Weiss, people who cheat frequently lie not just to you, but to themselves too. They minimize guilt by rewriting the story. They say, I got her a treadmill, but she's too lazy to work out. We were already drifting. Or the best lie, I'm single. The result, they cheat, they lie, and they gaslight their victims. And here's the twist. Some cheaters keep talking to you like nothing happened. Yung kinabukasan, they call, they text, they're sweet, they tell you, I miss you, baby, as if your heartbreak was just a phase. Why? Because pretending it didn't happen makes them feel less guilty. It keeps you confused long enough for them to do it again. And it doesn't mean that they care, no? It's calculation. Meanwhile, you suffer. Ito na nga, my love. Studies show that betrayal trauma can cause the following. PTSD symptoms to the victims, sleep disorders, anxiety and depression, even immune system breakdowns. And this is what's scary of all. No? That's not all. Dr. Gail Wyatt from UCLA warns that women with unfaithful partners face higher risk of STDs and reproductive health issues. So, my loves, if your body's been breaking down, your anxiety spiking, and your sleep's a mess, it's not just your hormones, it's them. Pao and Anne, how do you feel about this? Did you see the risk of what a man or a woman could happen when their partner is cheating?
Yeah, I mean, like, para sa akin, just looking at the list here, ito, yung PTSD, sleep disorders, anxiety, depression, and immune system breakdowns, I think I don't like to say the fact that medyo familiar tayo with that situation, or at least it's something na di nakakagulat na ito yung mga
health risks.
Yeah, health risk
Diba?
from the trauma, no?
Right. How do you feel
It
about
is trauma.
this?
I think the perfect word to describe it is trauma. It really is traumatic, especially if you have forgiven the person once and then he does it again and again. It's like, reliving the pain all over again after you heal from the first mistake, and then paulit-ulit lang, right?
That's true.
And sometimes the question here is, why do we stay? Right? Yun ang yung ultimate question. Minsan ang hirap to let go because maybe they're married na.
Yeah, I was gonna say, baka kasal.
Oo, kapag kasal na kasi.
Or may anak.
But, di ba, I don't know, are there parang legal implications? Maybe later we can talk about that.
maybe
Pero
we'll
kasi,
talk about
not because kasal ka na, parang pwede na. Does that give you a pass na, sige, patawarin kita every time you make mistakes, di ba? I don't know.
Nako, nakakatakot nga, sabi nila, the marriage or the wedding does not stop the red flag. Sometimes dun mo pa na-highlight. No? And looking at the list kanina, if you really love somebody, would you want them to suffer all those diseases? Oh my God. But let's ask, why do they cheat? Here's why they cheat and why you should not give them another chance. Sa'yo, number 1, cheating is a character defect, not a one-time mistake. Serial cheaters are chronic liars. They don't just slip. They strategize, they rehearse their excuses, they recycle their apologies. They know exactly what they're doing. Number 2, stop blaming the third party. They didn't wreck your home, your partner did. If your lover cheats, the third party isn't your enemy. It's the person in your bed. They're the one who made the promises, not the other one, no? And third, most cheaters aren't even worth the tears. Nako, matatawa kayo. Many of them are neither good-looking nor successful. The cheating stems from deep insecurity, that's why. It was their manipulation that made you think they were a catch when in fact, they're just a clown. So, if you've been cheated on, here's how not to lose twice, my loves. Number 1, recognize that charm is their camouflage. Cheaters often have narcissistic traits. They'll cry, hold your hand, make you believe that they're really sorry, but they're not. They're just scared they got caught. Number 2, block your brain, not your ego. Every message you entertain is another thread of control. Silence is not revenge. Silence is safety. Kaya block nyo na yan. Don't message and never unblock them again. because they don't need closure, they need consequences. And 3, guard your self-worth like a fortress, my love. Liars believe their own lies. If you don't know your value, they'll rewrite your reality. Lalapit na naman sa inyo at magpapaawa. That's why you should go out of the circus now and only give your time now to a man or woman with real integrity. Again, loves, guard your self-worth like a fortress. But you know what? Being cheated on is never your fault. Please believe that. But staying emotionally tethered to a man or woman who broke you, that's how you let them win twice or many, many times. Kasi guess what? A cheetah doesn't change its spots, and neither does a cheater. Do you believe in that, my loves? That the likelihood of them cheating again is higher when they've already done it and they
got
were
away with
forgiven.
it.
Absolutely,
And got
you're
away
right.
with it. Yeah, that'll happen again, definitely.
This is so interesting.
But even if they don't get away with it,
That's
May
true.
ganun talaga.
Yeah, parang ito, the case of Maiko, di ba, she said she has forgiven him already once, tapos inulit. So, I don't know, it's
But it could
a
also
defect.
become...
When you said it's a defect, parang
It's a character defect.
The character defect
Especially
siya.
when it's repeated.
But
if
it
it's
could,
not just done
it could
once.
also become serious, especially from a legal point of view. Diba? Actually, that's the reason why we do have an extra guest here coming
Absolutely.
up, coming up as well.
You're right, Pao, because cheating in a marriage is a serious matter that have consequences in law, no? What can survivors do after a cheating incident wrecks their home? A family lawyer, si Attorney Voltaire Duano, joins us via Zoom to talk about the anti-violence against women and their children, or VAW-C. Attorney, welcome to It's a Beautiful Day.
Good morning to all of you and to your viewers.
Good morning, Attorney. Attorney, quick question. How can VAW-C be applied in the case of Maiko and Patrick? Maiko said she is pursuing a VAW-C against Patrick kasi, who allegedly cheated.
Just to give you a brief background of this law, no? This law is actually not a new law because this has been in effect for the last 21 years. No? So it took effect in March 27, 2004. And this is actually a landmark legislation. Originally, the objective of the framers of this law, or the sponsor, the then Senator Loy Ejercito, she calls it a synthesized measure because this is actually an amalgamation of two laws. No, the objective is actually to protect the whole family, leaving the members not exclusively on women and children. So that was the first objective of this law, because it involves anti-domestic violence and also anti-violence against women who is an intimate relationship. So that was the first objective, and then finally, the consensus was simply to make it exclusive for women and their children, because the perception is that women are because of the vulnerability, no? Because women are more likely to be the victim of violence. And these laws actually provided certain forms of violence. No? So we have here the physical violence, sexual violence, the psychological, economic. So in this situation that you're referring to, no? Although I have to be honest that I am not aware of this blog, no? Of this particular situation. But the psychological violence is the one that will fit in, no? Because when we talk about psychological violence, the psychological violence has been defined here as it refers to certain acts or omissions that will cause or likely to cause mental or emotional suffering of the victim. So this can be committed on certain actions, like there would be intimidation, harassment, stalking, damage to the property, a public ridicule, repeated verbal abuse, and of the so-called marital infidelity. But if you take a look with the provision of law, what was used here was mental infidelity, but I think this is only a typo error, but we cannot change it anymore because that was what the law provides. But in certain decisions of the High Court, the marital infidelity is only one way of committing psychological violence. So what is important here is that the element of psychological violence, and of course equally indispensable element, is the emotional or mental suffering of the victim here. So that's the effect of the psychological violence. So two of them are essential elements: psychological violence, certain acts that can commit this form of psychological violence. So psychological violence is only the means used by the perpetrator of the act, and of course the effect would be emotional or mental anguish. So that would be the effect or damage to the victim, no?
Attorney,
So
I just want to jump in on this. You mentioned kanina yung psychological violence, and of course, it's going to be on the burden. The burdens are going to be on whether or not we can prove that the psychological violence actually did happen as well, and that can stand on court. And at the same time, people are also wondering, ano nga ba ang mga remedies na kayang habulin ng the victims when it comes to cases like this. So in terms of first off establishing yung psychological violence in particular, how can the victims establish that would stand in court? And second, of course, what remedies can they have?
All right. So the psychological violence, there are certain acts that has to be established. Like, of course, one way to commit psychological violence is through marital infidelity. So the wife or the victim will have to establish this alleged marital infidelity, and then of course the equally applicable element is that the wife or the victim here has suffered a mental or emotional anguish as a result of this marital infidelity, because the law itself actually does not punishes per se marital infidelity, but of course this is one way to commit psychological violence. Now, of course, to prove the emotional or mental anguish suffered by the victim here, it is only the testimony of the wife what is important. So there is no need for psychological evaluation. So the testimony of the wife itself will be vital, no, to prove this, that she suffered the mental or emotional anguish as a result of the marital infidelity of the husband, no, or the partner.
We understand, attorney. Attorney, so what is the punishment in law for infidelity? What the cheaters, what punishments should they be expecting if they commit infidelity?
Psychological violence, no, by way of marital infidelity, the penalty provided by law is that there are three. No? The first is the arresto mayor. That would range from 1 month to 6 months. And then the second, the presyon correctional, that would be 6 months and 1 day to 6 years. And then presyon mayor, that would be 6 years and 1 day to 12 years. No? So depending on the certain action omissions. So the law has actually provided penalty, no, that is defined in Section 5 of this law. And then the psychological violence would be the penalty provided by law here when we talk about psychological violence would be presyon mayor, no? So that would range from 6 years and 1 day to 12 years. So there would be, of course, minimum, medium, and maximum, no? So I'm not very familiar with the exact penalty, because there would be certain range, no, depending on the certain circumstances. So there would be a minimum, there would be a medium, and there would be a maximum penalty. So that's the more or less the range of the penalty, no?
Attorney, I wanted to touch on finding or gathering evidence of your partner's infidelity, because we see some people, pag may nakita silang photos of their partner with a different person, they post it online, they go public with these reports about cheating, of infidelity. What are the legally permissible methods of gathering evidence of your partner or spouse's infidelity that you can actually use in court if you would like to pursue the case?
All right. When we talk about the pieces of evidence, the picture is not enough because that can be interpreted in various ways. No, so it's important that there would be series of acts here. So if you want to establish the interconnection of the marital infidelity, so you will have to produce certain pieces of evidence like pictures, series of acts. No, so the usual way to find it out is to engage a private investigator that usually follow the alleged acts or the actuations of the husband. No.
All right. Thank you very much, attorney. Now we have our last question for you. How about naman, attorney, if the woman cheated in marriage? Is there a provision for that?
Yes, we have the revised penal code. No? That's adultery. Because marital infidelity is a generic term, no? So that was used in the law. And when we talk about the specific form of acts and omissions, so far as marital infidelity on the part of the wife, that could be in the form of adultery, no? So different from this law because this only exclusively protect women and their children against violence, no?
We understand. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, Family Lawyer Attorney Voltaire Duano.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it for today, loves. Hope you've learned something new. This is Coach V, your daily dose of sass, science, and clarity. DM me your love dilemmas or cheating problems at Dating Coach V, and let's not just talk about love, let's solve it. See you again tomorrow here on It's a Beautiful Day. Love you.
So hindi pala enough yung pictures. When you see pictures of your partner with someone else, hindi pala siya enough to prove yung cheating allegations.
Yeah, and to be fair din naman, kasi sometimes pictures don't really tell much.
Oh, that's true.
Diba?
And now
I mean,
with
like,
the AI, di ba, Pao?
Yeah, may mga deep fake niya eh. Minsan mga video, you can't trust that either eh. But then at the same time, yeah, I mean like the fact that you have to gather so much evidence, kasi mabigat rin yun eh. Like one photo could be taken out of context.
Yeah,
then.
correct.
A lot of it is important. It's good to have that conversation there also, just to try and make sure na people know the remedies. People know how they can protect themselves also legally. And thank you so much, Coach V. That was one of the meatier segments we've had here from Love Hacks. To the point that we have to bring in a lawyer. And we love it. That is it for us this Tuesday, May 27. Ako po si Paolo del Rosario. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Make the rest of your Tuesday unforgettable by spreading love and kindness wherever you go. And remember, no cheating. Join us again tomorrow at 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
It's a Beautiful Day.